Welcome back to Tangle Tower. I'm Dear Darling, and will we be able to untangle the mysteries of Tangle Tower? Wherein last time we did something? Oh yes, we opened this door to go into the garden, right?
Finally.
Let's finally go outside Shaw's garden that he shares with Poppy, into a rooftop garden. Yes, that's it. We've got this very cute little monster here with earbuds on, headphones on. I'm not sure he's really hiding. Oh.
He's also wearing headphones.
I mean, he's just vibing. Let him be.
They're not part of the statue.
Oh, there's someone else's headphones.
And they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Oh. You know, I just got everything wrong about this entire statue, so good job me. That's why I'm not Detective Grimoire and Sally are. A slightly weathered statue of a strange creature holding a lute. A pair of earmuffs have been placed on the head of the statue. Why earmuffs? These look like industrial earmuffs. Like the type that achievement unlocked a swamp monster apparently. Like construction workers use, don't they?
Two-person bench.
Now, what makes it a two-person bench specifically?
Is it quite wide for two people?
Looks pretty standard to me.
Not quite wide. It would be too wide for one person, I mean. I suppose every bench is a two-person bench,
It's a rose
probably.
bush, growing on a little patch of bluish soil.
A trademark of this
Apart
place.
from a couple of loose petals on one side, the whole thing looks very well cared for.
What a strange
Roses
observation
are
to
bright
notice.
red, too.
Now, aren't roses normally that
No,
color?
it's actually a huge variety of colours of roses, you know.
Exactly.
What? Are these like scattered petals of a pond or something?
It looks
This is very
really,
pretty.
really deep for some reason.
Don't look
See
into it,
those metal
Ophelia.
bars around the edges too.
Metal bars around the edges. Oh yeah, like these rebar,
Oh,
just
yeah.
randomly in the,
What are
the
you
pond.
supposed to for?
Supports for
Nothing
something.
anymore. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bothered to fix it.
Do you think there used to be a statue in here or something? That seems plausible. Anything about this bush?
So relaxing.
Just a general atmosphere. I would love something like
I
this.
might
Oh
just
my
stay
gosh.
here.
How shall I go finish the investigation on my own?
If you kindly, Grimoire.
That'd be great.
This is so nice. I'd love something like this. Obviously, I'm not that quite a
Ah,
rich
a
enough
little
person to have
water
something
feature.
like this, but still.
It's making me sleepy.
Are you alright,
I
Sally?
wonder how it's hooked up.
Giant
Another
stone
creature?
frog. Love it.
Yeah, he's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
But he's catching feathers this time.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
A bunch of colourful feathers. 4 feathers. So I guess from Penelope's birds, right? The feathers were mostly found resting on the tongue of a large stone frog. None of the feathers are from the ink-dip bird. True. I'm pretty sure these are the 4 birds that Penelope had in her cage, right? Why are they here? That's a good question. I guess Penelope's been here.
It's one big dragonfly.
That's huge.
Or one very small dragon.
Okay. I'm surprised there's no puzzle over here or anything.
Trees. On a roof.
In a garden.
Yeah.
In a garden. On a roof.
Rooftop garden. It's fancy.
More egg statues.
I don't get it. Why eggs?
It's probably symbolic or something.
Well, either
Birth.
they have some
Oh,
special
you know.
significance.
I told you, me and this game are on the same
or the
like
spawner was
wavelength.
just really lazy.
Okay, I mean I didn't go that far, but
What do you mean?
An egg has got to be the easiest shape to make.
is it? It's probably hard to get it quite symmetrical, is what I'd imagine. And especially since you need to have rotational symmetry if it's a 3D object. I guess it could just be a poorly made egg, but still. Is there anything of significance around here?
Relax. I might just.
A bridge?
Oh,
Have we talked
good.
about this?
Bridge. I'm glad to know there's a way to get across that tiny, tiny pond.
It does seem a little bit excessive, doesn't
Not
it?
all bridges are about getting across stuff.
Sometimes about connecting things? No? Okay. Is there something? I can't tell.
I might just.
I hope we're not doing like some pixel scouting where we just had to find this one particular thing we're missing, but...
It's a rose bush.
Exactly.
So it doesn't seem this place is particularly relevant right now. And we got 2 clues. Whether that's
The
useful or
door
not,
to
I don't know.
Poppy's room.
So only Poppy and Fitz can get into the garden.
Ah,
Well,
I guess so.
then how on earth did Penelope get in here?
It's the door.
One of only
Oh,
two.
yeah.
Oh, what do you... Is something
It's the
different?
door to
One
the-
of only 2 ways to get into the garden.
I mean, I guess you could fall from the
Yeah.
rooftop. This seems like something we should question Penelope about. You know, these feathers? They look exactly like the ones in your birds. For your birds. And also, we get to hear your voice again. Darling. Okay, where is it? She, now I'll get her.
That's
Penny. Wait,
strange now, isn't it?
your name was Penny,
We
not
found
Penelope?
it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And
I
what's
don't know what
that
volume to
deal
put this
with
on.
the Petals?
It's really none of your business.
Spiteful. Aw. I'd be kind of sad if you
Yes,
turned out to be a
my,
villain.
my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like
Like the
look
look of the
flower?
flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape
You
of
know?
it?
The things you observe with your eyes?
Between you and me,
No?
I think it's a little vulgar.
Penny! You can't say that.
Looks a little simple for Poppy, doesn't it? Thought she was
Very
a grade
true.
12 or something.
Grade 12? That doesn't even
No,
exist.
there were that many grades.
Goes up to grade 8 when you go
Sure
into
they
diplomas.
invented some new ones
Well, at least in the
just
UK
for
system.
her.
You know, I'm starting to think, Penny, you did something to spite
I
Poppy,
can't
but
decide
I
which
think you're a
works.
red herring.
How she looks here, or how she looks now.
Hey, she's got her own expressions.
In the photo?
Oh, absolutely no idea.
That's obviously false.
Lovely. There used to be all kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most
Well,
fascinating.
to be fair, it
breeds,
doesn't-
all totally unique.
If these are Penny's
There
feathers,
are birds all over
sorry,
the
Penny's
place.
bird's feathers,
Most of them are rather ordinary.
I guess it doesn't really
What
mean that
happened to the
she went to the garden.
non-ordinary ones.
That is a very good question.
Is it a good question? We still haven't talked to whoever this is. Oh, this is the father, right?
There's something about those petals we found in Penny's room. Something suspicious.
We have another
Let's
suspicion
ask her
about them.
it.
Well, I mean, let's go now. We're right here. Hold on. Let's try and figure this out before we jump to it. The flower petals originate from red roses growing in rooftop gardens. Okay, which she shouldn't have access to. So, why does she have them? Also, do you think she wrote this letter? What was this letter again? No, I think I theorised this was something given to Freya, right? By who? I don't know. So, we're gonna inquisitor her, I suppose.
So, yeah, we found this.
Oh,
We already asked you about this.
that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not
Is
nothing.
she jealous?
Actually,
That
it's
Poppy's
not
hanging
the
out with
message
Fitz.
I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
Do you think so?
The petals.
She's jealous that Poppy's trying to win Fitz away from her or something? They're fake? No, they're from
They're
red roses.
Red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
It's
We
true.
need a clue.
Rooftop garden.
Something that shows the roses and who they belong to.
I don't know if we got a clue, particularly. Evidence of a red rose. Okay, where do we have some red roses? Freya's drawings. Boom.
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy. And
Fitz and Poppy holding a rose.
See what Fitz is holding?
Is that right?
I can't imagine what you're getting at, but it
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
This
I
isn't
couldn't
very
have
solid
taken
evidence,
anything from
but
the
to be
rooftop
fair.
garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Aren't you, like, engaged to
Only
Fitz?
Accessible from those two bedrooms.
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
She got her
Why?
birds to get the roses. What?
are you accusing me of?
This doesn't seem like a crime. Yet. One of Penny's birds was used to kill. Whoa. Was used to spy, was used to bribe, was given to, was stolen from. Was stolen from? What? But it didn't work. Steal money from him. Because they were planning a murder? Steal evidence from him? Distract him. But it didn't. What? I don't even know what I'm doing. One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fritz. And steal evidence from them?
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them.
Steal what evidence?
We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden.
Yeah, but they're
I'm
probably
guessing
just friends.
You got paranoid.
Paranoid.
Wanted to
Yeah.
know what they were up to.
There we go.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides,
Doubt.
Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
This is what we got the feathers for, right?
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something.
Is
to
this the first time
prove
we had
one
to
of
do
them
2
is going to
clues?
the Rooftop garden.
Rather than just a few of them?
Let's take a closer look at these.
Who's Tabitha? Is this Tabitha? Penny's yellow bird, purple bird, red bird, pale blue. Was eaten by. The feather was eaten by Penny's yellow bird. Was deliberately dropped by Penny's yellow bird to confuse me. When it visited the greenhouse? When it visited rooftop garden. Probably was left behind, not deliberately dropped. You know? I don't think a bird really has much conscious control over it. Very fortunate it landed directly in the frog's tongue.
I can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me.
I suppose she
knew
complied and she
would
knew.
bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
I think maybe it
Don't
sounds a bit too high.
understand. Fitz is slipping away from me.
Maybe you
He's
should
so
spend more time with
quiet
him.
me these days.
I think he's
Being
always
with
quiet,
Poppy
maybe?
seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little...
Penny.
I apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
It's something you should have a talk with Fitz about, you know? But I feel like we kind of ruined their relationship now, but so we're just gonna, you know, casually leave. Don't mind us. Apparently we can accuse Poppy of something. Why don't we... Should we go see Pointer first, or should we talk to Poppy? I guess I'll talk to Poppy first, why not? She's someone we already know about. I don't know what we've been accusing her of.
I
Can't
need to
remember.
confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape?
Oh, she said she'd never seen this before.
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting.
Turns out this photo we found, this root photo, is very important.
On this tape?
No idea. Acid
Piano
jazz?
music?
It's piano.
What the
music.
heck's acid jazz?
Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
A lot of music genres I'm not aware of.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this?
It's a
Tapes
good
have
question.
been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene.
Oh, okay, never mind, we have a good reason.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why
Doubt.
not?
Not my color.
But your colours have changed, just like real life. Somebody gave it to you as a gift, somebody changed your colour of the tape. You used to like these colours.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We
It's
need
not
proof
nothing to be
of
ashamed
the
of.
cassette tape. Something that proves
People change.
Poppy used to like these colors.
You find yourself, you know, you find your true colours. And let them shine, that sort of thing. I mean, this is... Fifi and Freya, this is hidden in Freya's room. It was hidden in Freya's room? I don't remember. I should have gone back
Let's take
to
a
see where we
closer
got
look at this.
all of this information from, but I can't remember anymore. Da-da, da-da. The pink cassette tape found in the garden matches a pink cassette player used by Fifi. Found out crime scene that was found in Freya's room, used by Poppy in this old photo. This was found in a crime scene, yeah.
The pink cassette tape found at the
See?
crime
Yeah,
scene
maybe we are a
matches
detective.
The pink cassette player used by Poppy in this.
It
old
almost
photo.
sounds like the sentence was recorded in one take rather than separately.
It's not me.
Yeah,
It is you.
I'll prove it.
How are we going to prove it? Right hands. Oh, right, I see. Put them together.
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's
Very
clearly
true.
a photo of you with your two best friends.
Until you had a falling out,
Why
for some reason or another.
And then hide it.
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore. Poppy hates Fifi and Freya now. She doesn't hate Fifi and Freya now, does she? I thought she still likes Fifi, but doesn't like Freya. To be fair, these are both true. Aren't they? Well, Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore. True. Seems irrelevant. Poppy hates Fifi and Freya, but she doesn't hate Fifi, from what I can tell. Fifi thinks that... Okay, let's go with this
Poppy
one
doesn't want to look
for
like
now,
that
just to see.
anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
That's what I said. But it's
It
true.
Depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
Oh, so it seems like it was a true option.
It's a powerful thing.
Hmm. Changes who you are?
This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have
mean, she
easily
cracked
been
it.
listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's
Hmm.
gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have
broke
no
a gramophone?
idea.
Do you have no idea? Okay, I mean, it seems like you actually do have no idea. But we got some information, I guess? What do you think of Penny? Ooh,
Feathers flashing in the light. From
I
a
forgot you had
silver
poems.
Gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage.
Oh. Oh yeah, I remember she feels really trapped and stuff, right? I feel like that's something she
I
said.
think it's kind of cruel to keep 3 birds in one cage like that.
That's a very small cage for
Penny
her
let
birds.
them out to fly?
She probably
Oh,
does.
she does. She must do. But I don't think they're allowed to go far. Penny can be a little protective.
Possessive, protective, you know. I think that does reflect
Those
her personality.
petals,
What about them?
it's nothing. They're just unusual.
Why does she write this note then? Now I'll get her. Is it like Penny's own venting
Never
style, I
seen
suppose?
that one before. Was it in the greenhouse?
No, we found it in Penny's room.
Right.
A hatred for each
it's
other.
Mine.
Can you play this tune for us? What's so special about it? E E E, D sharp, E E C. I think I already did that last episode. Can you play this tune for us?
Play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it's mine.
With another option. What's so
What's
special about
so
it?
special about it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the
She
first
gave you
piece I
8
ever
notes?
learned.
How long have you
Oh.
been playing?
That's quite cute,
The
actually.
day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really
Family
excited
tradition?
to start learning.
But no one
As
else can
soon
play
as I
piano?
got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She hadn't
Aww.
asked permission, just showed up.
Wait, yeah, you
2
can't really
whole
do that.
years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
Not as good as
She
me?
would have been even better than me if
Oh.
she'd stuck with it. But one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Freya's a very talented girl.
That's just it. There was no reason.
Well, she
That's
probably
when
didn't
I
like it.
realized
Hmm?
things were different.
I mean, I guess. What? Leave it there. That's kind of cute. First 8 notes. I'm surprised the piano teacher started out with using the black notes rather than just sticking to
I
C major in its
don't
entirety. But I don't know.
what that is.
And we really just questioned you about it, so I feel like we've done this out of order.
In your room?
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there.
You know,
I don't mean
that's actually
like-
a pretty fair point.
Please stop talking to me.
I'm sorry. But we actually have 2 more things to ask about.
Came from?
I put them there.
Why?
I found them lying around. I think they belong to Fitz. I put them on the
Mhm.
statue so he'd see them. I thought they looked like headphones. Like he's in the recording studio with his guitar.
What does Fitz need them for?
No?
If they do belong to Fitz, he hasn't taken them back yet. When did you find them?
This morning.
Where?
I don't know, in a hallway. Can't remember exactly.
Why?
I see a lot of birds up in the rooftop garden.
That seems like something we're
Really
gonna
make it up.
question Fitz about.
Why's that?
It's quiet.
You know what's weird is we're gonna have to question our suspicions on Hawkshaw at some point, which is gonna be a bit strange. I'm not even sure if Hawkshaw's particularly relevant to a lot of this, but oh well. We've only got 1 more room, I believe, to look at, where Mr. Pointer should be living, and then we had to backtrack and talk to everyone else about all the other things we found. The Astronomy Tower. You got a very back-breaking pose
Tidy
there.
on my desk.
That's very tidy.
The notebook is untouched. It's completely
That's
blank.
too tidy.
So, even the most well-used notebooks start off blank.
That's true. What an amazing
Tidy
coincidence
on
that
my
he's
desk.
just started one.
Mm.
Hey,
So, even the most well-used
Coffee?
It's full of tea.
criminal.
but it's not gone cold. What's this?
What is it?
A clock?
Ah, it's clearly some kind of large device.
You're not
You're
wrong.
not wrong.
Let's- What? This has happened too many times. It's getting weird.
You know, I've always wanted one of those.
They're quite pretty, aren't they?
A mechanical solar system? what would you do with it?
You just sort of like watch it.
I would look at it.
Yeah, look closer. It must be a puzzle. Oh my word,
Wait
what?
a minute. Earth in the middle, sun on the outside.
That's not how this works.
How old is this thing?
Hmm. Rotate the 5 planets of sun and moon around the middle. Ah, what are we meant to do? we can align them all up. Which is probably not what we're... Oh, wait, there's shadows. I see, there's light. Wait, can this rotate? This can rotate. Oh my word. This is going to get complicated. Probably. I'm thinking we're going to have to align up these shadows that they're casting with the things on the ground. Okay, so what sort of angle we got? Like this? So we can do this and this. That lines that one up. Now why on earth do these other ones go? That's the difficult part. It's quite hard to see, isn't it? This can't be right. Oh, unless we do things like this. How intriguing. This almost works. It's not quite right though. We need to colour in all these shadows. Why is this wrong? It's because of this one. Is that right? That looks right.
That's the one.
Nice.
Hey, not bad.
What about that's an interesting one to play around with shadows like that. It's very confusing, I will say, because it's quite hard to distinguish shadows, but I think that's quite cool. Fun to play around with.
Did you hear that? Something unlocked.
At the base of a tower?
There's a little hatch underneath. What's in there?
A key.
A bunch of paper.
Damn.
Looks like somebody's research.
You'd put your research papers in that? 4. It's a golden scarab, or something. Various notes and diagrams. 4. Golden beetle, named for the exoskeleton composed of a mineral approximately 90% identical to gold, has a lifespan of several years. It fends off predators with a loud hiss, records of over 95 decibels, and by being completely undigestible. Okay? This mistid has a somewhat spurious reputation for causing ill fortune to those that see it. Is this relevant to something we've seen before? There's apparently the gold. This is not the electron structure for gold. This is not nearly enough rings. From what I remember. Trying to see if there's obviously a gold bar, which is a bit of a strange thing to put on this. Ivy, I wonder what that's relevant to. Especially since you're an astronomer and you're not a bug researcher. What are bug researchers called? Like
The bell
ichthyologists?
jar. It's empty.
What do people normally keep in bell jars?
Preserved roses?
Other than bells, you mean?
Do we put bells in bells jars? I don't think that's true.
Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmos.
Constellations.
Pretty.
I would love to have a constellation roof like this. Especially if it mapped out the actual stars in the
It's too
sky.
cloudy to see any stars right now.
What are you
It's
looking at
also
then?
daytime.
Yeah, it's too cloudy.
It's also daytime.
Any other trinkets?
Trinkets.
Trinkets?
They're clearly...
Table?
There's something kinda disappointing about this room.
Do you think it doesn't look
I
lived
just
in?
expected a bit more from an astronomy tower.
I think it looks pretty
Oh,
cool.
does it not compare to all the other astronomy towers you've been to? It's
Posters?
the chart of the solar system.
There's apparently only 4 planets in this solar system.
Which planet are you from, Sally?
Smooth.
It's a chart of the solar system.
Alright, let's actually talk to you then.
Shh, listen. Do you hear them?
Oh my god, your
The
eyes.
stars.
They're so long.
Whispering.
What?
So quiet and yet so loud.
What are they whispering about?
I can see where Penny gets her mannerisms for.
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks
Point taken.
of dust, you and I.
They're
Could this
kind of
spectre
are
dust
as well,
start by
aren't
telling
they?
me his name?
Exploding,
You find
burning
yourself standing
specks of
in the
dust.
Astronomy Tower of
Also,
one
what is your hair?
Professor Percival Pointer.
Why do you have like a book on your head
Seems
for your
like this
hairstyle?
tower belongs to the Pointers.
It's like a bowl haircut,
and the
except
other
for
one
they put a book
belongs
on
to
your
the
head.
fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality as it happens.
Are you observing,
Meaningless boundaries, really.
not Freya, what's her name?
They exist only
Flora?
in our
In the other tower?
minds.
Helpful.
Sounds very deeply philosophical for you there. Kind of seems like the boundaries are quite
Me?
strongly drawn in this
Not
tower.
what to say. Strictly speaking, I'm the current head of the Pointer family. And of course, father to my precious Poppy.
And
Eccentric mannerisms seem to carry
professional
across.
Oh no, that's just a little hobby. I mean,
What is your job?
yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17 books.
Just a
That's a
little
hobby?
sounds like you're quite well known. You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh dear
Yikes.
me, no. My field
Not in
of
academia.
research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return.
That's so sad.
Nor would I expect
That's too-
it to. I am
too true.
nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
What message does the cosmos have to say?
Tell the cosmos I say hi.
The day began as any other, with blissful,
So is this the final-
unremarkable routine.
Final
I
thing we
took
need to
my
understand.
usual morning walk around
Final
the
alibi.
gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them.
Is
of
that true?
course.
I think
sat
it
for a
adds up,
while
right?
Besides the pond in the garden, it's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear, naturally.
For how long?
Makes sense.
I can't say.
What is this animation?
Hours at my telescope.
Did you see anything?
It's slightly unhinged.
No actual
Just point to family, aren't
discoveries,
they?
if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the Astronomy Tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
How's
Quite.
Poppy related to
Normally,
Penny?
I would be the last to find out about such a thing.
I need to go back
But
to
a
the family
curious
tree.
tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening.
Yeah, didn't you run into
I was
someone?
at my
I forget.
telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I
Did he
spotted
borrow
Detective Hawkshaw coming
the
out of the
bug books?
library. She looked impatient and slightly frustrated.
Oh yeah,
Same
this
as
adds
ever
up. And
Quiet.
Penny followed
I
you,
passed her by
trying to
and
find
went upstairs to Fiona's room.
him, but I don't remember
The
why.
door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I
That must be Poppy and
recognized
Fiona.
Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya
I really
was
need to check
laying on
for
her back.
relationships
Right in the middle
between
of the
everyone
room.
again, because I kind of forgot them all.
Flora and Fitz were already there.
Hmm.
They both looked stoic as ever. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly
To test for
decided
blood.
that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why
Did you
did
call the
leave
police?
so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't
It's a
take
bit
this
difficult.
the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family business.
Well, it seems like those
I'm
lines are
quite
very
sure
firmly
they
drawn
don't
then.
need me getting in the way at a time like that.
I suppose in some aspect fair, but some aspect like, you know, don't have a natural instinct to try and help out.
Drifting through the
Oh my gosh, we definitely don't have enough time to go
What's
through all this
wrong?
dialogue.
Not sure. She's always been troubled. Comes from a dysfunctional family. I'd say you could ask her about it, but I
She's not
think
very
you might
talkative, is
find
she?
that to be a bit of a dead end. He should learn to make the most of his lot in life, and he
His lot in
does
life?
have a lot in life.
You're talking about money?
Among other things, but yes, he currently has agency over a small fortune. That
He should
is, if
invest
He hasn't already
something.
squandered it or lost it.
Don't listen to me,
You
I'm
two
not a
don't get
financial
on?
advisor.
Oh no, we're the best of friends.
A lot of hatred between the families in the house.
The heiress of Tangle Tower.
I'd imagine you like
Goodness
Fifi.
knows what'll happen when she takes charge.
You don't like her
dare say
either?
She'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
Oh,
She doesn't seem
that's
to
very
have time
boomer
to
humour
impress her
energy.
will on others.
Still, keep an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
You sound
Dangerously.
jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no,
Almost
we
certainly.
operate on very different wavelengths.
Well, on different
Literally.
wavelengths, but you can still be rivals of that sort of thing, you know? Sort of like a, ooh, someone's challenging my
Hard
smartness.
to read, that one, but she seems to know what she's doing.
She's kind of mean.
You know, I simply assumed all detectives were sharp, rigorous, and thorough.
Until
Then, of
we met
course,
you.
I met you.
Aw, poor Grimoire. I like you, Grimoire.
Nobody
Don't worry.
could deny her talent. She was
Everyone works on their own different
remarkable,
ways.
artistically gifted, but also highly intelligent.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
Yeah.
Was she ever interested in astronomy?
I don't think she was.
Oh, that's
The
like the first thing
fault
she hasn't
may well
participated
lie
in.
with me for failing to inspire her. But I think she was captivated by more tangible things here on Earth. My daughter loved her. Fiona, too. That said, in the last year or so, more and more I've begun to notice her by herself, wandering the gardens at the most peculiar hours. She
What's a
must have
peculiar hour?
explored
Like
every
3 a.m.?
inch of the grounds
I guess that's a bit
100
strange.
times over.
Why are you
Quite
awake
a
at 3 a.m.?
restless spirit, I think.
Hmm.
I'm surprised she chose to live at Tangle Tower as long as she did.
How old is she? I thought she was like 17 or something. Maybe she's like 19. Well, I don't think we have nearly enough time in the rest of this episode to go through all of its stuff, so we'll probably just carry on this next time. It's interesting. Because we finally got basically all the pieces. I mean, I guess we've got 2 more things which we can find, 2 more objects to find and question people about, but I'm not really sure I'm getting much closer to any deductions. We've got a lot of suspicions down, which cleared up a lot of mysteries, but I'm not sure how they quite relate to a lot of the things going on, but I suppose we've got the harp statue to still figure out, but still, anyway. If you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Tangle Tower. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, all greatly appreciated. Links down below. I hope we can see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.